Welcome to Miler's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is the body kit for the Vector Pro from the Big Blaster Consortium. This kit costs $35. So, let's see what your $35 gets you. You get a muzzle brake in any color you choose. It also comes with a mini angled foregrip, kind of like the ones that are used on like Talon Claws and stuff like that. And you also get a nice stock, all for the cost of $35. The stock's printed in really nice material. The stock is friction fitted on and it will not come off. As tight as it is, it's a very tight fit. Now, when you install the muzzle brake just friction fits right in as well. They say Norman at the Big Blaster Consortium says to use glue to kind of hold it in place on the rails. Well, I'm not a fan of using glue on blasters. So what I did was I put a couple screws in there. I put one in here and one on the other side. I just used little DZ toy screws that were left over from my Volcanic Pro. So again, all I did is I just drilled 2 holes into Norman's print and sunk the screws right into the barrel. They didn't even come through the other side of the barrel. That's how small these screws are. And now it goes nowhere at all. I mean, this kit is really sweet. It did not hamper performance or anything like that. It actually gave it a better look. Gave it a very nice sci-fi look to it too, you know. Now, people have said that this blaster looks like a fish like this. Kind of does, but again, I go fishing, so it really wouldn't matter to me. I kind of like the way it looks. I mean, Norman really did a good job on this kit. It really is fabulous. For $35, I mean, this is probably the best kit out there I've seen so far. You know, it comes with a stock and a muzzle. You know, now if you want to buy just a muzzle itself, you can. It's like $30 just for the muzzle, but me, I would spend the extra $5 and get the whole kit. You know, just saying. You know, because the muzzle and stock kind of match each other very nicely. I mean, this kit is really, really sweet. It definitely did not hamper performance. It did not hamper anything. This is just a cosmetic kit. You know, the performance is still there. I haven't wired this thing or rewired it or put in different cages or anything yet. I know people are planning to do that, and good on them. But to me, 150 FPS for a bullpup flywheeler is pretty good, especially in like a CQB game. You know, I personally am digging this blaster now. It definitely makes it look 1,000 times better. Now, if you notice up here, what he did is that he left a little space here so that way you could access the B car inside still. You know, which is really cool. And you can also use it to clear jams and malfunctions if you have any. Through hundreds and hundreds of shots I've fired through this thing, I have not found one jam or malfunction as long as your B car is locked into place. And that's the tricky part about it is when you install the B car, turn it until you feel it lock. You'll actually feel it lock into place. I mean, this thing is really sweet. I'm definitely digging his. Norman definitely outdid himself on this one. I mean, let's look at the stock a little bit better here. You know, this is printed in green with a translucent white filament. Nice yellow buttstock piece on it, you know. Again, it feels really good. It shoulders really well now. And with the vertical foregrip, or excuse me, not the vertical, but the mini angled foregrip on it, like this one here, gives you a nice place to put your hand at. I mean, in my opinion, this is how the blaster should have looked when it came out and got released, instead of like a half-finished thing. When I say half-finished, I mean because there was no muzzle on this thing at all. It was just a big square block. And some people are going to say, well, you know, the blaster should have looked like an AUG or something like that. Not every blaster is going to look like an AR or an AUG or any other type of real steel firearm like this. This kit was basically designed to make it more public space friendly. You know, I mean, if you want a blaster that looks like an AR or something like that, there's plenty of them that look like that already that you can just, shall we say, add a couple cosmetic mods and there it is. But this thing is sweet. I you guys should definitely pick this up. The one other thing about this kit is that there are a couple parts that you'll have to acquire yourself, such as the screw for the foregrip, you know, to attach it in, like this one here. You know, you'll need that screw. And if you choose to do it my way, you know, you'll, of course, just need a couple toy screws. Maybe I'll talk to Norman and see if he can actually make a variant of this that has the pilot holes already pre-done in printing. You know, so that way you won't have to drill through. But I trust Norman's prints, and it was just very easy for me to drill through. I just went really slow with a drill, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You know, a couple seconds later, I had 2 pilot holes, which is really great. Norman really outdid himself on this guy here, you know. I mean, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to pick up a kit like this, I'll put a buy link in the description below for the full body kit. I will also put a buy link in the description below for just a muzzle collet if that's all you guys want. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And until next time, this is Miller's Mods signing off.